Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the great park here in Irvine, California. I'm Alon to say we will not be having a video broadcast this evening as there's some quirks about this beautiful ballpark we're at. This is the great ballpark, the great park here in just a wonderful sports complex. There's about 15 different fields, soccer fields with a big stadium built around it, a few different baseball fields. There's even a hockey arena here in Irvine, and just a wonderful, wonderful place for an evening of baseball between the Crawdads, who are visiting here against the home team, OC Riptide. The Crawdads coming in after being shut out last night 7-0. So their record is 6-4. They've lost 2 games on this southern half of this road trip. They did lose the first one in Vacaville to Solano, 8-7. Then they beat San Luis Obispo in the first game of that 2-game set, and then lost 7-2 to San Luis Obispo a few nights ago. And then last night, like I said, 7-0. Crawdads going to look to snap their first losing streak of the season. Previously, every time they had lost, they had at least won the next game, and that was not the case last night as the bats just were not there. We'll be back with the starting lineups in just a moment. Just going to pause here for the national anthem, and we will be right back. All right, the national anthem is over. We'll get ready for first pitch here. Crawdads will be batting first. Their lineup is as follows. Jordan Thompson will be leading off. That's a familiar sight this season. He'll be in left field. It'll be Seth Dardar at second base in the 2 spot. Batting third will be Diego Muniz, the DH tonight. Trevor Warner at third base will be batting cleanup. Hayden Schott over at first base, number 5. Number 6 in the lineup is Curran Ozawa Burns. He'll be in right field. It'll be Dalton Mayshore in center. And then the 8th spot will be Anthony Pamilia at shortstop. And then the number 9 hitter is Zach Griffin. The catcher pitching today will be Sean Head for the Crawdads. On the other side, it'll be Allen leading off for the OC Riptide. He's in center field. Jack Thomas Wold will be in left field. Eric Bajani at catcher. Spenrath batting cleanup at first base. Darian Williams, the speedy second baseman, he'll be the 5-man. Robinson will be DHing in the 6th spot. Espinal at shortstop, batting 7th. Batting 8th will be Dries at third base. And rounding out their order is Freeman, the right fielder. Their pitcher will be the kid from Illinois, Andrew Pogue, plays for the Fighting Illini. Oh, getting ready for first pitch here in Irvine, California. Weather is very pleasant today, about 72 degrees. It should be at first pitch. Almost no wind to speak of. Maybe a slight breeze going out towards right center. And it looks like first pitch should be right around the corner as Pogue has taken his few warm-up pitches on the bump. As I said, the Crawdads looking to break out of this funk they've been in. It just has not been easy for them to score runs. Shutout last night, only 2 against the San Luis Obispo Blues in the last game of that 2-game matchup versus the Blues. And Jordan Thompson will step into the batter's box, and he will await the first hurl from the pitcher Pogue. Pogue has his sign from Bajani and fires. Swing and foul tipped into the plate. So very interesting thing about the Great Park here is they have a wonderful press box. I mean, it's a great facility, but apparently not enough room for multiple broadcasts. Second pitch here, 0-1, misses low. That is ball 1, count 1-1. So I'm actually above the Crawdad dugout, and that is why we are not able to bring you video, because it'd be a weird shot down the first base line. Here's a 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. That is strike 2. Count 1-2 to Thompson. Defensive alignment for the Riptide. Bajani behind the plate. Spenrath at first, Williams at second, Dries at third, Espinal at shortstop, Wold, Allen, and Freeman in the outfield from left to right. That pitch called a third strike. Check that. That hit. This is the problem with this vantage point here above the dugout. There's actually a big structural pole that's holding up the net, and it does obscure the view. So I thought that was a drop third strike. It actually hit Thompson in the elbow. So Thompson, who is no stranger to being hit, he was actually hit leading off last night versus the Saints in Pasadena, and this ball hit him right in the same spot on that left elbow guard that he wears. So that is the 6th time this season that Thompson has been hit by a pitch. In the box now is Seth Dardar. He's playing second. First pitch to Dardar is swung on. That will get down for a base hit into right field. So good job, good at bat, good aggressive swinging on the first pitch he saw for Dardar. And that will improve his batting average, probably get him in the 310 area. Comes into tonight at 305 with 7 RBIs. And here is Diego Muniz batting 556 with 5 RBIs. And very quickly, with nobody out, a runner in scoring position for the Crawdads. Thompson has his lead off of second. Dardar off of first. And the pitch to Muniz. Muniz takes. This is a bouncer off the catcher's chest protector. Bajani, good block by him. And that'll be ball 1. So count 1-0 to Muniz. And this would be a real welcome sight for manager Brant Cummings if the Crawdads are able to score early. Last time they did was against San Luis Obispo. They put 2 runs up in the top of the first, but that was it that game. Swing and a miss there from Muniz. Count even at 1-1. On deck is the dangerous third baseman, Trevor Werner. Werner has power to all parts of the field. He has no issues going opposite. Can really spray it around. And here is the 1-1 pitch from the righty Pogue. Muniz, a righty as well, so righty versus righty. And here it is. Swing and a miss. Good pitch low. Good fastball from Pogue. And Muniz in a 1-2 hole with nobody out. In the top of the first, our game just beginning here. And already pretty interesting with 2 runners on for Walnut Creek. OC Riptide come into this game 5-2. Been winning as of late. That pitch misses high and inside. And count even at 2-2. Good eye by Muniz. Riptide actually went up to Fairbanks, Alaska, and played a tournament way up north. One of the nice things about being there in the summer is you can play games really late because the sun is almost always out. Here's the pitch. This one misses low. That's ball 3. Count is full. So first challenge of the evening for Mitch Levere's Riptide will be trying to get an out here and not loading the bases for Trevor Werner. Out of the stretch is Pogue. And the payoff pitch to Muniz. Muniz swings, pops this up. That'll be over on the left side, and Dries, the third baseman, will have it for out number 1. So good job by Muniz, able to stretch the count to full, but unable to put the ball in play. And Thompson will stay at first base. Thompson will stay at second, and Dardar will stay at first. So here is Trevor Werner. Cannot miss with your location to Werner, as he will make you pay. First pitch to Werner. Werner takes for strike 1. Good hard fastball from the pitcher Pogue. Andrew Pogue, a sophomore at Illinois, didn't play in the COVID-shortened season in 2020. Getting a lot of experience here this summer. 0-1 pitch, swung on, hit. That'll make it into left field, and the Crawdads will score as Thompson comes around third. Rob Selner waves him home, and, collision there at the plate, but Thompson does score. But Johnny was trying to block the plate, wasn't able to secure the throw from the outfield, and the Crawdads are up 1-0 in the top of the first after an RBI double by Trevor Werner. That was a good job there by Thompson to be very aggressive into home, and good job of him not sliding head first. Instead, slid feet first, and here is Hayden's shot with 1 away and 2 runners in scoring position. First pitch to Hayden. Hayden swings, fouls this straight back into the netting behind home plate. Count 0-1 on Hayden's shot. You cannot hit Thompson or Sam Hunt, 2 of the fastest runners on the base pass for the Crawdads, as they will get around in a hurry. And pretty much any base hit into the outfield, when they're at second base, they will score. Second pitch to Shot is fouled away. 0-2 to Hayden's shot. Oh, 2 pitch on the way to Shot. And Pogue fires. Shot takes high. Good eye there. Good plate discipline. Able to get a ball. It's a high fastball. It's got good velo, does Pogue. We'll be waiting to see when the gun in the stadium turns on. There is a pitch speed indicator on the scoreboard here at the Great Park. 1-2 pitch, misses low. Good job sliding in front of it by Bajani, who does his catching over at UNLV. And he's actually local to the Orange County area and plays his college ball at UNLV, but before that was at Cypress for junior college. 2-2 pitch misses as well. And the count full. So Muniz was able to get into a full count, and Shot is as well. And things not starting off the way that Pogue would have liked them to, and the Crawdads look focused tonight. Payoff pitch, Shot takes, and the ball gets away from Bajani, and another run will score. So a pass ball there, and good hustle by Seth Dardar, who was able to slide in home safely. Crawdads up 2-0 in the top of the first. Still just one out and runners at the corners. Warner advances over to third. He was on second, and Schott is at first with Kern Ozawa Burns, the righty, now in the batter's box. He's playing right field tonight. Kern has a good eye. If he gets hold of this, he can blast it out. First pitch to Ozawa Burns, check swing. I'm going to say it's a strike. He did break the plane. That is one thing I have a very good view of tonight. I can see where the swing plane is here, and I can see if they do indeed cross the front of the plate with the bat. 0-1 pitch, way high, and Ozawa Burns able to not swing at the ball up at his eyes, something that Coach Cummings has been talking to his very young team about. He's been telling them, hey, lay off some of the stuff near the letters, above the letters. I know it's tempting. It's right in your vision, but you cannot do anything with it. Here's a pitch here, swing and a miss by Ozawa Burns, and the count is 1-2. But 2 runs off of 2 hits so far for the Creek. They have to be feeling good after being shut out last night in Pasadena. And a 1-2 pitch to Curran. Curran swings. This is popped up out of play. This will land just past the Crawdads bullpen. Interesting bullpens here at the Great Park. So if you look at this facility on the internet, you Google search it, you go to the images, you'll see how big it is. I mean, it's 325 to left, 325 down the lines, 400 to deep center. Pitch again. Kern Ozawa Burns able to hit this to right field back, and it will bounce off the wall. Kern Ozawa Burns will end up at second, and the Crawdads will score another run. The Crawdads now up 3-0, and the power of Burns on full display. A very good start here, and they are fired up down in the dugout. But this field is huge, and the facility is really big. I mean, it's got a grandstand with stadium seating. I mean, the kind that you would see in a minor league park, and a big old press box, a beer deck over on the third base sideline. But the bullpens only have one mound in them. Not only room for one guy to warm up at a time, which is really interesting. And there's empty space next to them. But the designers, the architects of the park, I guess, decided just one bump is enough for either of the teams that are occupying the dugouts. Well, 3-0 here. Still the top of the first inning. 1 out. And here's Dalton Mayshore. We've seen him play some DH. Tonight he is playing center field. And 2 runners in scoring position. First pitch to Mayshore in there for strike 1. Good fastball in the inner half. Shot at third after Werner came around to score, and Ozawa Burns at second. And second pitch here, misses in the dirt, gets away from Bajani. The runners elect to stay put. Probably smart, as Pogue was doing a good job getting over to home plate as that ball skipped away to Bajani's right. So good job covering the dish there and making sure their ducks were all in a row by the battery of Bajani and Pogue. And the count 1-1 to Mayshore. Here's the delivery from Pogue. Mayshore check swing. That should be a strike there, as the bat did break the plane. And looks like the indication is actually a ball, so a little bit of a gift there. I have a great view of that from above the Crawdads dugout. 2-1 pitch. 2-1 pitch is swung on. This one hit deep into right center, and it will get down for a ground rule double. Bounces over the fence, and the Crawdads will tack on 2 more off of the ground rule double into right center. That just flew off of the bat of Dalton Mayshore. Crawdads now leave 5-0. what a start for a team that was just in the wilderness offensively. And it hasn't been that long. I mean, it was Tuesday in which they, or Monday rather, in which they played the Blues and scored 9. But it seems when you're not hitting, it seems like it takes a long time. Pitch here misses high to the shortstop Pamelia, and looks like with one away, Pamelia is able to get on base, and he has a runner in scoring position in the form of Mayshore, who's at second. Crawdads can bat around. Second pitch, runner is caught trying to steal. Mayshore thought about moving to third on the pitch, and he's gunned down at home by Bajani. And that's not smart base running there. Dalton knows that. That's something that's got to be corrected, but it does happen. So I opened my mouth a little too early, and pitch here is popped up foul. Count is 2-1 to Pamelia. Well, even if the Crawdads aren't able to bat around, I mean, they have to be happy putting up so far 5 runs to start this game. 2-1 pitch. Pamelia swings at this, able to foul it away. Count even at 2-2. Looks like the home plate umpire needed some more baseballs, so a kind gentleman from the Riptide dugout over on the third base side was able to run him out there. 2-2 pitch to Pamelia. Pamelia swings and misses on a fastball high. Oh, Pogue able to get out of the inning, but not before surrendering 5 runs to the visiting Crawdads. A very good quick start here for Walnut Creek. Bottom of the first coming your way when we return. You are listening to Crawdads Baseball on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Great Park in Irvine. Crawdads have an early 5-run lead as the visitors here against the home team, OC Riptide. For the Riptide, it'll be Allen leading off, then Jack Thomas Wold, the left fielder, so center fielder Allen, then the left field man, and then Eric Bajani batting 3. He's in the hole right now. So Allen, Wold, Bajani. And Sean Head on the mound for the Crawdads. First pitch to Allen is a fastball for strike one. Way to get ahead, Sean. 0-1 pitch to Allen. Fastball, this one low. Here, chance of good eye from the Riptide dugout. Allen did not swing. Allen a righty, Sean Head a lefty. Third pitch, misses low. Count 2-1. Defense for the Crawdads looks like this. Shot at first, Dardar at second. 2-1 pitch, misses high. Count 3-1 to Allen. Head at risk of walking the leadoff batsman of the Riptide. At shortstop, it's Familia. Third base is Werner. Outfield, Thompson, Mayshore, Ozawa, Burns, left to right. This pitch misses for ball 4. So Allen draws the walk to start things here in the bottom of the first. For the Riptide, they need to get some base runners early here as they're in a 5-run hole at the moment. And here is Jack Thomas Wold, the crusher from UNLV, big lefty, played DH a few days ago for the Riptide. So lefty on lefty matchup. First pitch to Wold. It's a fastball inside for strike one. Got to be aggressive against a guy like Wold. Have to control the inner half of the plate. He will take every inch he can. And that's often what he does to opposing pitchers at early Wilson Stadium in Las Vegas. 0-1 pitch, swung on, and fouled back for strike two. Count 0-2, no balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, and Allen at first base. Head sets, takes a peek over at first, and pickoff move. Real casual throw over to the first baseman, Hayden Schott. Allen easily able to shuffle back to the bag. Griffin puts down the sign, and here's the pitch. Fouled into the dirt and back. Oh, JT Wold will stay alive. Oh, Dardar's over at second tonight. We've seen him at shortstop. Usually it's Tommy Rover for the Crawdads at second, so a little bit of a different look here tonight for Brant Cummings and his team. And the 0-2 from Head is a called third strike, and Jack Thomas Wold has to walk back to the Riptide dugout as he goes down looking. He fouled off a few pitches, but Head did a really good job of controlling the inner half of the plate, and here comes Eric Bajani. There's a few UNLV guys on this Riptide squad. One away, runner on first. First pitch to Bajani. Runner, Allen faked like he was going, and then Griffin able to hold him in place. First pitch missed low for ball 1. There was an interesting talk last night after the game between some of the coaches and the catchers on this team about making a better effort to block more pitches. And it looks like Griffin is very receptive to that advice here. Pitch from Head, fastball, and that is called for ball 2. Had the pleasure of speaking to Bajani's father at a few UNLV games that I've been able to broadcast. And Head has his sign, and the 2-0. 2-0 misses low. Count 3 balls, 0 strikes with 1 out, and Allen at first base. But they are actually hosting a few of these UNLV guys here this summer. The Bajanis are, I believe, Williams, Darian Williams is staying there, and pretty sure Jack Thomas Wold is. 3-0 pitch called strike. So the first strike there to Bajani is a good one. Take sign was on all the way. And we'll see Bajani be a little more aggressive here. Bajani, the right-handed batter against the lefty Head. Tough spot for Head here as he's got to keep an eye on Allen. Allen goes, swung on, and this ball hit into foul territory. Curran going after it, into a slide into the fence in foul territory, and I hope he's okay. Boy, he tried so hard to get to that ball, and here's manager Cummings running over to check on his guy, and it definitely looks like Ozawa Burns is a little shook up. So that ball came straight into right field, and it was obviously hooking foul. There's barely any foul territory the deeper you get in this park down the lines. I mean, probably about 12 to 15 feet. So think about that at a full burst for an athlete the caliber of Ozawa Burns. That real estate's gone real quick, and it looks like he's going to be all right. Count is full to Bajani, and Burns will jog back into his spot in right field. And thank goodness for that. Wow, that was scary. Whew. So we'll see how he's able to hold up the rest of the way. Still the bottom of the first inning. Crawdads leading 5-0, but most importantly, you want to make sure these guys stay healthy in summer ball. I mean, they're here to work on things. They're here to develop their skills. Payoff pitch to Bajani. Misses low and outside. And the free pass is rendered to the Riptide catcher. Allen now in scoring position at second. Bajani at first. And here is Spenrath, who is batting cleanup, and can hear some cheers of MVP ringing out from his supporters section. Spenrath, the lefty first baseman. Lefty versus lefty. And Head has runners to deal with. Allen takes off for third, and he'll make it in there easily. Slid, feet first into the bag. Didn't need to. I mean, he could have just jogged over. There was no chance. He had a good lead, and he's very quick. And the count 0-1 as that first pitch from Head was called a strike. Here's the delivery from Head. Swing and a miss, but the ball gets away from Griffin. Allen's going to come to the plate, and Griffin dives to tag him, but Allen makes it in safely. Head was covering the plate there. It was tough. It was bang-bang. Griffin had two choices to do what he did, which was scramble for the ball and then try to dive in and apply a tag or flip it to the covering pitcher. But I think Griffin made the right call. Could have really put his pitcher at risk, flipping the ball to him, and that kind of bang-bang quick situation. So here's Williams, another left-handed batter for the Riptide. Runner on second. 5-1 Crawdads. First pitch is a strike. Or check that. That was, I apologize. Here's Williams. That was the third strike to Spenrath. That is on me. Now 2 outs. Runner at second. And here is Williams, the second baseman. Kind of got caught up in that moment where Ozawa Burns looked like he hurt himself. First pitch is fastball. Misses. Count 1-0. So Allen was able to draw the walk. And he comes around to score. So both teams have had their leadoff men reach base one way or another and come around home plate. Pitch here misses low in the dirt. Good block by Griffin. Count 2-0 to the second baseman, Williams. Darian Williams is a very fast player in his own right. He's got good range at second base. He's a right-handed batter. And with Bajani over at second, probably no steal action here. 2-0 pitch misses high. Count 3-0 with 2 outs. But Williams has the leverage in this at-bat against Sean Head. Head, the lefty from Brentwood, plays over at San Joaquin. 3-0 pitch from Head is low, and Williams draws the walk. Allen walks. Williams walks. And the Riptide still alive here in the bottom of the first. After the Crawdads put up 5 runs in the top of the first. And here's Cole Robinson, the designated hitter. He'll take his swings from the right-handed stance. He has 2 runners on, one in scoring position in the form of Eric Bajani. And we'll see what the plan is between Sean Head and his catcher, Zach Griffin. Head looks back to second, now peeks over at first and fires. First pitch is a fastball that misses, count 1-0. The Crawdads, they extended the top of the first, were able to put up 5. It was really tough for pitcher Andrew Pogue to get out of that top of the first inning, and even though the Riptide only have 1 run so far, Sean Head has definitely been out there for a bit now, nearly 30 minutes. Pitch misses high. Been out there for about 20 by my count. Check that, about 17. So it seems longer than it is, but he's thrown quite a few pitches. First pitch was at 6:05. It's nearly 6:40. 2-0 pitch misses low. Count 3-0 to the DH Robinson. Some good plate discipline being displayed here by the Riptide. And even if they aren't able to get all 5 runs back, this is a really good job by them to at least put 1 up here early. Swing and a miss for the first strike. Good pitch from Head. That was a challenge fastball to the DH. Robinson wanted it, just couldn't hit it on the button. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. In a 5-1 ball game that Walnut Creek currently controls. Pitch misses high, and another walk. Bases are loaded. And Sean Head has walked multiple batters. That's back-to-back walks now. And it looks like Rob Selna going to have a conversation with both Sean Head and the catcher, Zach Griffin. It's a tough situation that has now become more challenging. And Espinal, who's at shortstop, will have a chance with 2 runners in scoring position. Bases are loaded. So in the box is a lefty batting .364. First name is Tank. That's always cool. First pitch to Spallin, misses high. How do you get a name like that, Tank? I didn't have a name like that growing up. Count 1-0 to Spallin. 2 outs. Sean Head looking for a pitch to get himself out of the bottom of the first. Second pitch to Spallin is off speed, a breaking ball. Good job there, knee buckler. As Spallin could not pull the trigger. And that is the first strike of the at-bat. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the bases are full for Orange County. 1-1 pitch is swung on, fouled, back into the backstop. So Sean Head ahead, 1-2, steps off the mound. Wipes the brow, puts the cap back on, and he'll be looking for the punch-out pitch here against Tank Spallin. 1-2 pitch on the way is a fastball just a bit high. Maybe tried to get Spallin chasing. Spallin did not oblige, and the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 3 runners on for the Riptide. 2-2 pitch is swung, chopped foul near the Crawdad dugout, and the count will remain 2-2. Tank Spallin batting .364, only has 2 RBIs. But if he can get a hold of one here, he has a chance for, it could be 4 if he really puts a charge into it. 2-2 pitch to Spallin. Spallin big swing and a miss, and Sean Head able to get out of the inning. Crawdads still lead 5-1, a huge punch out for the pitcher Sean Head. And the bases stay loaded to end the bottom of the first. But the Riptide do score 1 run, so they do break through on their side. But the Crawdads with a 4-run lead. And the top of the second coming up when we return. Crawdads lead 5-1. You are listening to Crawdads Baseball on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Welcome back. Top of the second. Being started by Zach Griffin, who has some carry on this ball out to center, but it is caught. That was very deep. But a good job running it down by the center fielder, Allen. But that's a very good hard-hit ball by Zach Griffin. More of those, you're going to have success. So the lineup card back at the top as Jordan Thompson will have his second trip to the dish tonight. Was hit by a pitch to lead the game off. First pitch to Thompson is fastball called strike one from Pogue. Griffin, who has really been laboring at the plate, batting below 200. Did a good job hitting that ball hard. Second pitch misses low. Count 1-1 with one away to Jordan Thompson. But those are the kinds of at-bats that Griffin needs to right the ship. So good for him to put good contact on that ball. 1-1 pitch. Thompson watches it go by for strike two. Pogue working quicker than he did in the first inning. 1-2 pitch, check swing. And he did not go. Ball two. Count even 2-2. Crawdads ahead 5-1. 2-2 pitch on the way is taken high and inside for ball three. One thing that's been really crucial to the Crawdads' success, I know we're only through 1 1/3 inning, but the approach is much different tonight than last night. Much more patient. 3-2 pitch. Thompson hits this to left field. Wold going back on it at the track, and he squeezes it for the second out. Another hard hit ball to the outfield. And Thompson maybe just got under it just a tick too much, but a really well-struck ball by Thompson, whose hallmark this season for the Crawdads has been getting on base and using his legs, but we saw some of the power there. First pitch to Seth Dardar, called a strike. Dardar, the second baseman who bats lefty. Pitch low, misses. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Much more efficient inning for Andrew Pogue on the mound for the Riptide. 1-1 pitch. Misses inside. Dardar turns his right elbow, which is the elbow facing Pogue, turns it in as to avoid being hit by the ball. 2-1 pitch. Hard contact, and that will land in right field for a base hit. I don't know what the pregame meal was. I don't know what the I do know what the postgame meal was last night. It was hot dogs with bacon wrapped around them. That was really nice of the Saints to cater us after the game. Actually didn't have any hot dogs, but I should have. They looked really good. And here's Diego Muniz with a runner on first and 2 outs. Pogue in the stretch for the second time tonight. First pitch to Muniz. That was a good pitch for strike one. It's a whole new way to watch the game for me. As I said, above the Crawdads dugout. Just a whole different view. 0-1 pitch to Muniz. Swung on, missed in the dirt. That's strike two, and the rundown is on, and that will end the inning. As Dardar was caught just off of first base. That's really tough. He had a good lead, and then when the pitch bounced in the dirt, just caught in no man's land. That's not the way the Crawdads want to end the inning for them. But they're still ahead, 5-1 here as the visitors in Irvine against the Riptide. And the bottom of the second will be coming up in just moments. You are listening to Crawdad Baseball on the Crawdads streaming network. Welcome back. Crawdads leading 5-1 in the bottom of the second, and Cody Dries gets a hold of this ball, hits it out to left field, but it will hang up long enough for Thompson to record the first out. So one pitch to Cody Dries, who plays at Washington State, and Sean Head able to dispose of the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the second. Dries, the right fielder, right-handed batter, will have his first at bat. Allen waiting on deck. First pitch to Freeman, called ball one. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball low, just misses for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. 2-0 pitch. Fastball in there, strike one. Good comeback pitch for Head. Fourth pitch of the at-bat, swung on and missed. Count even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, and 2-2 pitch is on the way, chopped over to first, but foul. And we will do 2-2 once again. If the Crawdads win tonight, 2-2 pitch bounces off home plate into the chest of catcher Zach Griffin. Count full, 3-2. They win tonight. That will put them even in Southern California at 2-2. 3-2 pitch is swung on, hit over to second base. Dardar has it, fires the shot, and the second out is on the board. Good ground ball pitch there from Sean Head. And the pitching and defense, which is so important to this Crawdads team, where the bats have been, quote, feast or famine, which is the word some of the coaches and players have used. First pitch to Allen, who led off the action for the Riptide tonight. Misses low for ball one. The pitching and defense has been so far so good tonight. That is critical for Walnut Creek to have success going forward. 1-0 pitch, misses in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Riptide trailing by 4 And back in the first, they left the bases loaded. Pitch here, fouled away into the netting for the first strike to Allen. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Crawdads have the 5 runs off of only 4 hits. 2-1 pitch, bounces in the dirt. Count swells to 3 balls, 1 strike. And Allen swings and misses on a good fastball from Sean Head. The count full at 3-2. Payoff pitch coming up. And Head looking to get out of this inning clean. 3-2, here it is. Swing and a miss, and Head strikes Allen out. Oh, Allen, who had such a good eye in the first inning, could not connect here in the second. And he walked to lead the game off for the Riptide. And he strikes out swinging here. So a good, efficient inning for Sean Head. And he's getting some love near the dugout. Oh, Crawdads still lead by 4, 5-1 here at the Great Park in Irvine. You are listening to Walnut Creek Crawdad Baseball on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Welcome back. Top of the third inning. Crawdads leading 5-1. First pitch to Muniz, swung on and missed for strike 1. Muniz popped out to third. His first trip to the plate. Delivery from Pogue misses high. That was above Muniz's head. That was real high. Surprised but Johnny was able to stretch out with that long left arm of his and snag the ball. Count even at 1-1. And the delivery, this ball chopped over to third. Dries has it, throws to first, and Muniz is out. Well, Muniz grounds out. And that'll bring on Trevor Werner. Werner, the right-handed power bat, who plays a pretty good third base as well. We'll see the pitch here from Pogue. Pogue fires low. Good eye by Werner, not offering. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. 1-0 pitch to Werner. Werner takes again. Another low fastball. And Werner ahead. 2 balls, no strikes against Andrew Pogue in his third inning of work. 2-0 pitch. That's called a strike. Same fastball, just a little higher. And the count 2-1. Warner is locked and loaded. 2-1 pitch. Warner, big cut and a miss. Count 2-2. And that fastball is working now for pitcher Andrew Pogue. Righty versus righty here. Pogue can go wherever he wants. 2-2 delivery. And Warner gets a hold of it. That might land into right center. Instead, it's tracked down by Freeman for the second out in the top of the third. Ball had some good carry on it, but Freeman able to make his way over there and snag it. And here's Hayden's shot. Down 0-1 as he took strike one. And the 0-1 pitch is chopped over to second. And that will do it for the Crawdads in the top of the third as Schott grounds out 4-3. Oh, nobody able to reach base for Walnut Creek in the top of the third, but they still lead 5-1. Bottom of the third inning coming up shortly. Bottom of the third inning. Crawdads leading 5-1. It'll be Wold, Bajani, and Spenrath. Sean Head still on the mound to start the bottom of the third. First pitch to the lefty Wold is high for ball one. So it's nice that the Crawdads had a lefty available for this evening. Second pitch is swung on and missed. Big uppercut swing on the fastball, low and inside, but no contact is made. 1-1 pitch to Wold is another fastball, just a little higher than the last. And Sean Head not afraid of attacking the inner half of the zone. 1-2 pitch. Wold barely makes contact, able to foul it back and stay alive. 1-2. Sean Head is 1-0 this season. Looking for his second victory. 1-2 pitch. Wold hits this, and it will land in left field. And he will be on with a leadoff single in the bottom of the third. And the Riptide have a runner on board as they continue their quest to tie this game up. Crawdads still lead by 4-5-1. And here is the catcher, Eric Bajani. Head looks over at first and delivers to Bajani, who takes for strike one. Head's win on the season was on June 10th against the Prune Packers. That was a phenomenal job of pitching by the starters on both teams. It was a 2-0 victory. Ball to Bajani. Head looks like he has found the right pattern, the right groove early this summer. Pitch to Bajani. Bajani swings, hits this to left field. Thompson has it. And Bajani is the first out. It's 325 down the lines. The alleys are 362 apiece, and then 400 to center. Here's Spenrath after Bajani flies out to left. Spenrath, the lefty. And Head throws the first pitch to Spenrath, and the first baseman takes for strike one. Head has had good success against the lefties in the lineups he has faced this summer. Pickoff move over to first, nothing doing. I don't think Jack Thomas Wold is the biggest speed threat in the world. Shouldn't trouble Head too much on the mound, but anybody can take a base if you're not paying attention. 0-1 pitch is swung on, grounded. That gets down through the infield into right field. And that's a single for Spenrath. And here comes the speedy Darian Williams to the plate with one out. Wold at second and Spenrath at first. Dardar was in standard positioning for a second baseman. Double play depth right now. First pitch to Williams, misses low in the dirt for ball one. But that ball just perfectly lined between the first baseman's shot and Dardar, who's at second. Second pitch to Williams. Fastball that misses. Perhaps outside. And Head will step off the mound. Shake the arm out a little bit. Move the shoulders and get ready to deliver a 2-0 pitch to Williams with the runner in scoring position. 2 men on for the Riptide. This pitch bounces. Good block by Griffin. And the runners have to hold and stay where they are. A lot of attaboys for Griffin. Count 3-0 to Williams. 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Good pitch to get a strike on the board for Sean Head. Sun's still out here at the great park in Irvine, but it is slowly descending, and it's like there's a hot air balloon in the air. Just past the stadium here. 3-1 pitch is swung on, hit high into right field. Curran Ozawa Burns back on it, has it, and Wold will tag from second and make it into third, but 2 away as Williams is retired. Runners at the corners, and here is the DH, Cole Robinson. Who doesn't have a hit tonight, walked in the first. But he has a chance with Wold standing over on third, just waiting to get started into home. First pitch is called a ball to Robinson. And the second pitch, Robinson hits this, a flare into shallow right. Ozawa Burns into a dive, cannot catch it. Wold comes around to score. And runners at the corners once again for the Riptide. Crawdads' lead has been lessened by 1 run. They now lead 5-2. And here is Tank Espalin. He struck out in his first appearance, did the lefty shortstop. Spenrath over at third. And the Riptide able to strike for 1 so far. First pitch called a strike to Tank. Kind of amazed that Ozawa Burns was able to go into a dive. I mean, he did get a little shaken up in foul territory earlier this evening. Luckily slid feet first, so did not run into the wall. Pitch in the dirt, gets away from Griffin, and Spenrath will cross home plate on a fastball that was spiked by pitcher Sean Head. That's been happening a little too often, and that's why some of these conversations have been happening after games between players and coaches, and it's tough. There's a lot of pressure on these catchers to try to help out their pitchers who are still developing, and it's really challenging for some of these young pitchers to have that control and command consistently over their stuff, especially the harder they throw. Zach giving a little pep talk to Sean. And Coach Cummings has, it looks like, Ty Atkins warming up in the bullpen. 2 outs, 1 ball, 1 strike to Tank Espalin. And the Crawdads lead now only 2 after the run was scored on the wild pitch. Good pitch there from Head. Count 1-2, 2 outs. Runner on second base. And Head looks back at second and fires. 1-2 pitch taken. Little bit inside for ball 2. On deck is Dries. Sean Head, who has seen the Riptide score twice now this half inning after a clean second, is struggling here to stop the bleeding. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And Sean Head looking to strike out Tanka Spallin 2 times. The 2-2 pitch is low for ball 3. Count is full. Head has the sign from Griffin. We'll see if they challenge with a fastball here. Head winds, deals, and this ball fouled away over on the left side towards the Riptide dugout, so the count stays 3-2. Head has gone 2 2/3 innings tonight. Came in pitching 9 1/3. This pitch fouled away. So 2 straight foul balls in the 3-2 count. And we'll have to do 3-2 again. So Head at an even 12 innings pitched so far this summer as of now. 3-2 pitch is swung on, hit over to Hayden Schott, who makes a great play and flips to first to the covering pitcher Head. And the bottom of the 3rd is over, but not before the Riptide get 2 runs, one of them on a wild pitch that was spiked into the ground. And the lead for the Crawdads, which was once 5-1, is now 5-3 after 3 innings played. You are listening to Walnut Creek Crawdads Baseball on the Creeks streaming network. Top of the 4th inning. Crawdads lead 5-3. Welcome back to the Great Park in Irvine, California. I'm Milan to say it's my pleasure to bring you the play-by-play action tonight. Kern Ozawa Burns will lead off for the Crawdads. There's a new pitcher on the mound for the Riptide. First pitch to Burns is swung on over to third base for an easy out. That was hit right at Dries, and not very hard either. So Kern Ozawa Burns retired on 1 pitch from the newly inserted freshman from Xavier, the 6'3" right-hander, Sean Hepler. Hepler fires for a swinging strike to Dalton Mayshore. Mayshore chops this over to third. Dries busy here to start the inning. And the throw just gets Mayshore, who hustled hard through the bag. But a bang-bang play results in an out. Very quickly, 2 away in the top of the 4th inning. Mayshore did have a 2 RBI double in the top of the 1st. Pitch here chopped by Pamilia over to 3rd, but foul. So Burns retired quickly. And Mayshore dealt with. And Anthony Pamilia down 0-1 to Sean Hepler, who has come in relief of Andrew Pogue. And all he's done is get out so far, even if it is only 2 of them. 0-1 pitch to Pamilia. Pamilia takes for strike number 2. Good fastball. Right around the knees of Pamilia. And Hepler working quick. Looking to set down his first man on strikes. 0-2 pitch is high for ball 1. Count 1-2 to Anthony Pamilia. Hepler, local from Corona, California. 1-2 pitch to Pamilia. Pamilia just fouls this away into the backstop. And the count will stay 1-2. Still some action in the bullpen for the Crawdads. It looks as if Sean Head's day is coming close to an end as the sun's starting to descend here in Irvine. 7:20 p.m. 1-2 pitch, swung on, fouled again. This one may have hit Bajani right in the knee. And yes, Sean Head appears to be done as he is now sitting with the rest of the pitchers who are not starting pitchers, that is, who are not playing tonight. 1-2 pitch with 2 away. Misses low. Count even, 2-2 to Pamilia. So good job by Pamilia battling back to even in this at-bat. Pamilia does not want to go down on strikes like he did in the first. 2-2 pitch is a fastball that misses. And I think Hepler thought he may have been squeezed a little bit there, but that pitch was off the plate, so really no reason to walk aggressively off the mound towards the plate to get the ball from the catcher, Bajani. Count is full to Pamilia, payoff pitch. Pamilia swings, grounds this over to 3rd. They're going to call that foul. Payoff pitch will happen again for Anthony Pamilia. Here it is. Pamilia takes and goes down looking. So struck out swinging in the first and now does not offer at a strike for the 3rd called strike in the top of the 4th. Crawdads bats have gone silent since the 5-run barrage in the top of the 1st. They still lead 5-3, bottom of the 4th inning. Coming your way in just moments. You are listening to Crawdad Baseball here on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Welcome back to the bottom of the fourth inning. There's a new pitcher on the mound for the Crawdads. It is Garza, and he will face Dries, the third baseman, who fouls the first pitch from Garza away. Count 0-1. Daniel Garza, 5'11" righty. Second pitch from Garza called a strike. Quickly ahead, 0-2. Garza, a sophomore over at UTSA, so he's a road runner. His last appearance was on June 13th against the Mudcats in a loss. And swing and a miss on the third pitch of the at-bat. Daniel Garza comes in and quickly gets rid of the Riptide third baseman. So that'll bring on Colton Freeman, who's in right field tonight. He was out 4-3 in the second. First pitch to Freeman is lined on the ground just past the outstretched arm of Pamilia at short. And Freeman reaches first as Allen now steps into the batter's box. First pitch to Allen from Garza. Garza misses his location in the dirt. Allen ahead, 1-0 with one out. Runner on first. Riptide still trails. Swing and a miss there. A good fastball from Garza. In Garza's last appearance against the Mudcats, pitched an inning and 2/3, but gave up 4 earned runs. So looking to make up for that tonight. Breaking ball called for a strike. Count 1-2. That pitch just nicked the inside part of the plate. It's a front door breaking ball from Garza. And here's the 1-2. And time was called, really late time call. Garza was in the windup as time was granted. Garza does not like that. I'm not a big fan of it either. Count 1-2. This pitch taken out to right. Ozawa Burns will have it bounce right in front of him. He plays it barehanded. And the throwback into third, not in time, as Freeman able to advance to third on the single to right field by the center fielder, Allen. And here is Jack Thomas Wold, who has singled tonight. He has also struck out looking in his first at bat of the evening. Lights still not on here at the Great Park, but the entire field just about covered in shadow. Runner goes. Allen moves to second. Foul ball, though. And he will jog back to first. One out with runners on the corners. On deck is the catcher, Bajani. Pitch from Garza, swung on and missed. Count 0-2. Wold very aggressive in this at-bat thus far. And Garza going right after him with 2 straight fastballs. Pickoff move. Allen slides back in safely to first. Count 0-2. Here's the pitch. Allen goes to second, and he will have second clean. A stolen base for the center fielder, Allen, and 2 runners in scoring position here for Jack Thomas Wold with just 1 out. Riptide trailing by 2. Crawdads winning 5-3 in the bottom of the 4th. 1-2 pitch to Wold. Wold swings, hits this on the ground over to Schott at first. Schott flips to first to the covering pitcher Garza. Wold is retired, but Freeman does come home to score on the 3-1 ground out. And the Crawdad lead is now down to 1 run as the Riptide have 4 on the board. Scored 1 in the first, 2 in the third, and now 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. And Eric Bajani has Allen over at third base. 2 away, but an opportunity to bring another run in. First pitch to Bajani. Bajani cut on and missed, as Garza just blew a fastball right by him. Count 0-1. Bajani readjusts, grips the bat, and the second pitch is in the dirt, gets away from Griffin, and Allen will slide in home safely. Oh, another pitch that is in the dirt from a Crawdads pitcher. Another run scored, and the game tied 5-all now in the bottom of the 4th. And Griffin just frustrated behind the plate. I do not blame him. And this has been a theme this season for these catchers, whether it be Griffin or Gallart. They've had to do a lot of work back there to try to field some of these pitches that are bounced. Count 1-1. Bajani pops this up. Schott looking at it, but it will fall way back as Schott watched Griffin run towards the backstop for it. It was funny. Griffin immediately flipped the mask off as if he had a chance to go get it. And Schott just stood there watching, and he already knew. He knew that that ball was out of play, but I think Griffin a little frustrated with some of these pitches in the dirt, so just wanted to run some of that frustration out. Pitch here in the dirt again. This time Griffin able to block it with his body. Count 2-2 with 2 outs. And Bajani at the plate with nobody on, but 2 runs have scored. Game is tied 5-5. Bajani swings and misses for the final out of the 4th inning. So the strikeout there for Garza. But the Riptide able to score 2, 1 on a wild pitch. And the Crawdads lead is gone after 4 innings. Crawdads 5, Riptide 5. Top of the 5th. Coming right up. You are listening to Crawdads Baseball on the Crawdads streaming network. Zach Griffin will lead off the top of the fifth. Sean Hepler, the righty from Xavier, still in the game for the Riptide. First pitch to Griffin is popped up high over near the shortstop, and the third baseman, Dries, will actually call for it and nearly misplay it. But he's able to catch it on the infield for out number one. Spallin actually had a better look at it and a better angle, but I guess Dries really wanted to make that play. Griffin retired on just one pitch. Flew out on hard contact to center in the second and now pops out. And here comes Jordan Thompson. First pitch to Thompson, a fastball called strike. Sean Hepler played his high school ball at Centennial. Goes about 6'3". As a freshman in 2020, he made 4 appearances. Second pitch to Thompson, another strike. Thompson down 0-2 with 1 out. Game tied 5-5 here in Irvine. Third pitch, swung on at, missed. So Thompson goes down on 3 pitches. And very quickly, there are 2 outs in the top of the fifth. Now here is Seth Dardar, who has reached base twice. And with 2 outs, he'll look to get the Crawdads bats alive once again. Dardar connects, hits this to center, and that will drop for a hit in front of Allen, and Dardar thought about running to second, but instead turns back, and he'll be on first with a 2-out single. Allen went into a dive. Good job by the left fielder, Wold, covering for him just in case the ball did get by like it did. Luckily, the ball did not bounce up and over Allen way back to the warning track. And here is Diego Muniz, the DH. First pitch to Muniz is in the dirt, but blocked by Bajani for ball 1. Muniz grounded out 5-3 in the top of the third. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, a runner on first for Muniz. Muniz takes a breaking ball in the inner half for strike 1, count even at 1-1. One pitch to Muniz is a fastball that misses low. Hepler only made 1 appearance in 2021 for Xavier baseball. Only pitched 1 inning. And the pitch, Muniz takes way high. And the count 3-1, Muniz in the driver's seat. And he can go zone hunting here, pick a zone that he is eyeing up, and just focus on that. Most likely not swing at anything that's not in that zone. So let's see what he's looking for here. Probably fastball. 3-1 pitch. Muniz lines it on the ground, but foul. Just a little early with that swing. But good hard contact made by Diego. Hepler did have a strikeout in that 1 appearance in 2021, this past season. 3-2 pitch to Muniz. Muniz hits this deep to left field. Wold going back on it at the track and makes the catch with his back against the wall. Allowed out number 3, nearly a 2-run home run for Diego Muniz. But the game stays tied at 5-5. After the top of the 5th inning, One hit, but no runs for the Crawdads. And they will need to keep playing good defense and pitching well with Garza on the mound to give themselves a chance to retake a lead in the latter half of this game. You are listening to Crawdads Baseball on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. Bottom of the fifth inning, tie game. Garza's still on the mound for the Crawdads. First pitch to Dries is fouled up and out of play in the grandstand on the left side. Actually, it's Spenrath. Second pitch to Spenrath is called strike. Count 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch to Spenrath, misses low. Count 1-2 to the Riptide first baseman. Single to right in the third. And the pitch, Spenrath fouls this, and that will be out of play. That makes it outside of the stadium, actually near the parking lot, which is quite a ways away, and it just stops before the golf course. I mean, rather not the golf course, the path. There's a golf course way out there. Pitch swung on and missed, and Spenrath is retired on strikes. Here is the second baseman from Las Vegas, Darian Williams. Williams has walked tonight as well as flown out. This ball fouled away. That will make it past the press box and past the party deck. Count 0-1 to Williams. Pitch misses low. Williams even 1-1 with one out in a 5-5 game where each team has 5 hits each. 1-1 pitch from Garza, called strike. Williams did not offer. So there's patience. And sometimes you get a pitch to hit like that. That was in Williams' wheelhouse, and he let it go by. 1-2 pitch to Williams. Williams swings, foul tipped into the screen. Count holds at 1-2. Garza has his sign and fires. Williams chops this over to Schott at first. Schott flips to the covering pitcher, Garza, for the 3-1 out. And that is the second out here in the bottom of the fifth. Crawdads put up all 5 of their runs in the top of the first inning. whereas the scoring for the Riptide has been a little more spread out. One in the first, and then a pair each in the third and the fourth. And here's the DH, Cole Robinson, who has done some damage tonight with RBI and a walk. First pitch to the righty Robinson from the right-handed pitcher Garza, and a check swing that could not be held back by Robinson. Robinson, he wound up on that swing really fast and then had to try to pull it back. Second pitch is checked at, and that time they'll say he did not offer. Count 1-1. Probably hard for a big guy like Robinson to pull a swing back, especially when he's got it all cranked up. 1-1 pitch is a fastball that misses low to Robinson. And the count 2-1 with 2 outs. Riptide have only been blanked once this game, and that was in the second. Pitch misses in the dirt. Count 3-1. Daniel Garza needs to throw a strike here. He knows it. Crawdads know it. 3-1 pitch is chopped over to third, and that will be an easy out, number 3, as Robinson did get a 3-1 pitch to swing at. I mean, it was a fastball. Did not make good contact, and Werner just able to field it and fire to first for the final out of the 5th inning. So after 5, it is still 5-5. Top of the 6th. Coming up from Irvine, California. We're at the Great Park here. And the lights are now on as the sun has gone down. You are listening to Crawdads Baseball on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Top of the 6th, being led off by Trevor Werner. First pitch to Werner is a breaking ball. In there for strike number 1, it'll be Werner shot and Ozawa Burns. Looks like manager Cummings is not making any plans to change anything. Swing and a miss on the second pitch. And Werner down 0-2 in a tie ball game, 5-5 to start the 6th inning. Here's the pitch to Werner. Werner chops this foul over near third base coach Rob Selna. Looks like there's some bullpen action for manager Levere's Riptide. Although Hepler has been very efficient. Pitch misses inside. And Werner still alive. And a 1-2 count with nobody out. Pitch to Werner, misses. Count now even at 2-2. Werner did have an RBI in the first. Adding to his total on the season, he's now at 10. This pitch in there for strike number 3, and Werner goes down looking. So a fastball right around the knees over the heart of the plate. Werner could not pull the trigger, and he is the first out in the top of the 6th. Here's Hayden's shot, the lefty, against the righty Hepler. Shot connects, but this will die out in center field. Allen has it, and shots out on one pitch. A rapid 2 outs for Hepler on the mound. And here's Curran Ozawa Burns. It's a couple RBIs tonight. First pitch to Ozawa Burns, swung on and missed for strike 1. Burns came into this game batting .444. Pitch hit on the ground up the middle, and that will make it past the infielders into center. There was a dive by Tank at shortstop. Williams could not get there from second, and it just went through the middle of the infield. A 2-out single for Curran Ozawa Burns, and here's Dalton Mayshore, who grounded out 5-3 in his last at-bat in the 3rd. First pitch to Mayshore. Mayshore makes hard contact. That's past the shortstop, Spallin, and that's a single. So back-to-back 2-out singles here in the top of the 6th. Maybe a little rally getting started by the Dads. One single in between of Spallin and Williams. Then this single by Mayshore just past the reach of Spallin at short. And here's Anthony Pamilia, who has struck out twice tonight. He does not want to strike out 3 times for the hat trick. First pitch to Pamilia is a fastball that misses. Pamilia ahead, 1-0. Hepler has his sign, delivers. Pamilia swings and makes enough contact to foul it away. Count even at 1-1 with 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position at second. As Curran has his lead off of second base. Mayshore has a small lead off of first. And Pamilia swings and hits this foul over near the Riptide bullpen. I count 1-2. Hepler gets the command from Bajani, and the 1-2 pitch misses low, gets away from Bajani, and both runners advance. As you don't see that very often to the catcher, Eric Bajani, who is very good at blocking balls and picking as well. But that time not able to come up and throw to third to try to gun down Ozawa Burns. So Curran makes it to third. Mayshore at second, and the count 2-2 with 2 away and 2 runners in scoring position for the Crawdads. 2-2 pitch to Pamilia. Pamilia fouls this, and it almost hits the on-deck hitter, who is Zach Griffin. I don't think Zach would have liked that very much. he takes his practice hacks. And the count's still 2-2. And the pitch to Pamilia. Pamilia hits this into the outfield. That's heading to right center field, but it will peter out as Freeman is under it for the third out in the top of the sixth. So the Crawdads threaten with 2 runners in scoring position, but both are left on base. And the game stays tied 5-5. Bottom of the 6th inning coming right up. You are listening to Crawdads Baseball on the Walnut Creek Streaming Network. Welcome back to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tanka Spallin steps into the batter's box. And the first pitch to Spallin from Garza, righty on lefty matchup. Spallin, the left-handed batsman, is a strike. 0-1 pitch to Spallin. Spallin pops this up out of play over the netting. And that will land behind the hill and the deck that is built up near the Riptide bullpen. 0-2 pitch to Spallin. Spallin takes on a pitch low in the dirt. Count 1-2. Spallin came into this game batting .364 with a pair of RBIs. Pitch misses low. Count is even at 2-2. That's one that got away from Griffin, but not going to be mad about that. Nobody's on. 2-2 pitch to Spallin is called a ball. It looked good from where I am, but I have a very similar view to the dugout, and the 3-2 pitch misses for ball 4. So the full count turns into a walk issued by Garza. And it'll be Cody Dries from Washington State, the Cougar, with 1 aboard. First pitch to Dries is fouled straight back. Count 0-1. So Esparza embarking upon his 3rd inning of work. Still looking for out number 1. Game tied 5-5. This pitch fouled away. And the count 0-2. Now that all the lights are on here at the Great Park in Irvine, California, you can just see how many light towers there are. I mean, there are fields all over the place. Really, I do encourage you, if you're listening, to Google this place and just look at the pictures, watch some videos, and take a trip down here to see any kind of baseball or softball or hockey or soccer. 0-2 pitch is in there for strike 3, and Dries goes down looking on a good fastball from the pitcher, Garza. So after walking the first man in the bottom of the 6th, Garza responds with a strikeout of Dries, and here's the right fielder, Colton Freeman, the 9 batter tonight for the Riptide. First pitch to Freeman, big hack, and missed. For strike 1. Wow. Last night there was actually a swing. I believe it was, I want to say it was Diego Muniz, who on the backswing lost grip of the bat, and the bat flew straight into the fencing at Jackie Robinson Field in Pasadena. Here's the pitch, and this ball popped up, foul, out of play, actually pretty close to where I'm standing, and the count 0-2 to the right fielder, Freeman. Freeman had a single to left in the bottom of the 4th. So 1 for 2 this evening. Pitch. Freeman hits it on the ground to Werner. Werner over to second for 1, and the double play is in effect here as a good job by the infield to turn it. And that'll be 5-4-3, an inning-ending double play. A good job getting the ground ball for Garza. And then Werner did the rest, firing it very quickly over to second. And then Dardar made a very smooth turn and got it to shot with quite a bit of expediency. So after 6 innings, it is all tied up 5-5. And the Crawdads come up to bat to start the top of the 7th inning. When we come back, you are listening to Crawdads Baseball on the Crawdads streaming network. Top of the 7th inning, there's a new pitcher for the Riptide. It's Derek Shaver. He fires his first pitch for ball 1 to Zach Griffin. It'll be Griffin and Thompson Dardar. Second pitch swung on and missed. Count 1-1. Derek Shaver is a utility man and can also pitch, so the ultimate utility guy. 1-1 pitch to Griffin. Griffin takes inside, fastball for ball 2. Shaver's made one appearance this summer. Pitch grounded up the middle for a base hit. And there you go, Zach. That's a single for you, and you earned it, my friend. You have hit a few balls very hard tonight. That one low and on the ground, but straight back up the middle on a hard hit ground ball. And Zach Griffin has himself a leadoff single. Now here comes Jordan Thompson, who was hit by a pitch way back in the first inning by the starting pitcher for the Riptide, Pogue. Derek Shaver plays his ball at Wichita State. A few shockers in this league. First pitch to Thompson is a fastball taken for ball one. Another Wichita State guy here tonight is Foster Gifford for the Crawdads. He's a pitcher. So the Shockers representing well in California. 1-0 pitch from Shaver. Swung on and missed. High fastball. Home plate umpire actually says Thompson did make a little bit of contact, so it was foul tipped into Bajani's glove. Count even at 1-1. Shaver does have one pitching appearance this year. It's up in Alaska. Pitched one inning. Coming into this match with a 9 ERA. 1-1 pitch to Thompson. Thompson swing and a miss. A good fastball from Derek Shaver. So Andrew Pogue able to go 3 innings. Sean Hepler able to go 3 innings. Hepler, the most effective by far out of the two. Able to shut out the Crawdads for the 3 innings he pitched. 1-2 pitch on the way to Thompson. And here it is. And time granted right when Shaver threw the ball. That's the second time we've seen that happen tonight. We've seen it happen to a Crawdad. Now we've seen it happen to one of the Riptide men on the mound. And the 1-2 pitch will happen again. Here it is to Thompson. Thompson swings, connects. This is into left field, and that will drop in front of Jack Thomas Wold for another single. Back-to-back singles to start off the top of the 7th inning, and the Crawdads are in business. As Seth Dardar, who's playing at second tonight, was caught stealing earlier. Caught in between first and second. He'll have a chance with 2 men on, 1 in scoring position. Griffin at second, and the speedy Thompson at first. Still nobody out. Ball game tied at 5. First pitch, a bunt shown here. And they're going to say that Dardar was able to pull back in time. So the first pitch to Seth is a ball, and he's ahead 1-0. He's looking over at manager Brant Cummings, getting the signs. Summer league is a little different than the college ball these guys play. The managers really control the game in the NCAA. 1-0 pitch, big swing and a miss from Dardar. Count 1-1. You see a lot of signs being given almost the entire game by the guys in the dugout in college, really at every level, even in JUCO. Here in the Summer League, so whether it's Northwoods or the CCL or Cape Cod, it's a little different. Guys have a little more autonomy over what they can do. 1-1 pitch to Dardar from Shaver, and time is granted again. You know what? Shaver is taking an awfully long time to throw the baseball. All right, he's looking back at second. He's looking at third, even though no one's even over there. It is interesting, and he's maybe trying to get into the heads of some of these Crawdad hitters. Bunt shown again. This one gets down, but it is foul. So the strategy with no strikes was bunt. Strategy 1-1 was bunt. But now the count is 1-2. And you really do not want to miss a bunt here. So I wholeheartedly doubt that the bunt sign will stay on. Dardar just needs to concern himself with putting the ball in play against the newly inserted Derek Shaver, who still has not recorded an out. 1-2 pitch. Dardar takes low for ball 2. Count is even. We've been playing ball now for just about 2 hours. And the 2-2 pitch on the way to Dardar. Dardar takes low and in for ball 3. Count is full. Derek Shaver's going to have to make a pitch here. Shaver's pitching tonight. He's also had 7 at-bats in 2 games for the Riptide. They went up to Alaska, won the tournament in Fairbanks. 3-2 pitch. Dardar swings and misses, and he strikes out for the first out in the top of the 7th as Derek Shaver throwing some heat. The speed gun not on. So, wonder if that'll be a trend going forward here in Irvine at the Great Park. But, I mean, it is fast. No doubt about it. So, Dardar retired, and here's Diego Muniz. Dardar just struck out for the first out. Muniz takes, runners stay, and that was a ball low in the dirt. The ball really does have to get away from Bajani. He has a good arm. So if it is in the dirt and it's close to him, you run the risk of him throwing you out, especially if you're trying to get to third. Count 1-0 to Diego Muniz, the DH. Muniz takes low once again. Good pick there by Bajani. That one did not bounce in the dirt, but it was only about an inch or two above the ground. And the count 2-0 with 1 away, 2 runners still on. Griffin still at second, Thompson still at first. Crawdads looking to break the ice and break the tie. This pitch fouled straight back into the netting. Count 2-1 now to Muniz. Muniz has a pair of hits tonight. This is his 4th trip to the dish. Shaver sets and delivers. This pitch, fastball, misses inside. Count 3-1. Diego Muniz is going to get something to hit here, as I doubt Shaver's going to give in and walk him. He's probably going to challenge him with a fastball, maybe about belt high. We'll see what happens. On deck is Trevor Werner. Pitch to the righty, Muniz. 3-1. Muniz swings, got a pitch to hit there, but cannot make solid contact and fouls it back into the screen. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. And 2 of the 3 bases occupied for the Crawdads. Runners at first and second. This would be a huge win tonight for Walnut Creek, but got to break the tie. Shaver has his sign from Bajani, delivers. This ball chopped into the ground. Shaver able to field it, fire over to first for the second out. So Muniz grounds out 1-3 in the scorebook. Both runners do advance, so both Griffin and Thompson are in scoring position. And any hard hit ball that is able to get down should score both of them. Now here's Trevor Werner, and he has a chance to do just that. Struck out looking in his last at-bat in the 6th. First pitch swung on and missed. For strike 1, Werner needs to really lock in, buckle down, choke up on that bat, and put something in play. So third base coach Rob Selna can wave his runners home. No balls, 1 strike, 2 away, 2 runners in scoring position. Pitch to Werner. Werner, big cut, and misses. And he's down in the count. 0-2 to Derek Shaver, who's been in hot water, really, it seems like, all inning. Still has not surrendered a run. Shaver pauses, looks over to third, looks back at second, and delivers. And a swing and a miss. So Werner goes down swinging on strikes. Crawdads strand men on the base paths once again. This time they leave 2 on at third and at second and are unable to score their 6th run of the ball game. Game still tied 5-5 heading in to the bottom of the 7th inning. You are listening to Crawdads Baseball on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. Bottom of the 7th for the Riptide, it'll be Dwight Allen who's playing in center. Then it'll be Wold and Bajani. So 1, 2, 3 hitters for Orange County. There's a new pitcher for the Crawdads. So Esparza has been lifted, and in his stead will be Ty Atkins, who plays at Hawaii. Seen Ty Atkins. He actually got in that bat last night. Grinded it out, grounded safely, grounded through the infield and reached first base. Bunt shown here by Dwight Allen. And he missed the ball, did not contact it. Kind of a drag bunt there from Allen. he's down 0-1. A 1 pitch to Allen from the lefty. Atkins misses for ball 1. Ty kind of has a sidearm delivery with the baseball. So he's a lefty with a rather unique delivery, high leg kick. This ball fouled into the netting. Count 1-2 to Allen. Allen has singled, he's struck out, and he has walked. He's 1 for 2 tonight. 1-2 pitch, and that touches the outer black for strike 3. Good job by Ty Atkins coming out of the pen and striking out the first man he faces. 1 away in a 5-5 ball game here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's Jack Thomas Wold after the strikeout of Allen. It'll be lefty versus lefty. And first pitch to Wold is chopped high. Shot makes a play on it, flips to first to Atkins, and Wold is called out. 1 pitch there to JT Wold, and he is set down quickly. 2 away. Really good outing so far for Ty Atkins, who comes into this game with a 8.3 ERA. He's appeared in 3 games, and here's Bajani. First pitch to Bajani is a fastball, misses low for ball 1. Second pitch is swung on, also chopped, and Atkins scoops it himself and tags the bag. What a play by Ty Atkins. That was absolutely beautiful. He scooped it, and instead of flipping it to the first baseman, Hayden Schott, he just out-sprinted the catcher Bajani to the bag. And that will be it for the 7th inning. Game still tied 5-5. You are listening to Walnut Creek Crawdad Baseball here on the Walnut Creek Crawdad streaming network. Ty Atkins just finished off a clean bottom of the 7th on the mound for the Crawdads, and there's a new pitcher in for the Riptide, and it will be number 46, Nikel Galatas, 5'11" righty from Artesia, California, and he plays his ball. He's a senior over at Jackson State University. And he'll face Schott, Ozawa Burns. First pitch to Schott is low for ball 1. And then Mayshore. 1-0 pitch, 2 shot, cut on and missed. Count even at 1-1. So after the Crawdads exploded in the top of the first, 1-1 pitch, misses high and outside, ball 2. After they exploded for 5 runs in the top of the first, the bats have been rather quiet. They do have 9 hits. Just had trouble getting men from second and third in scoring position to cross home. 2-1 pitch, 2 shot, misses for ball 3. Count 3 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. To the leadoff hitter here in the top of the 8th, Hayden Schott. 3-1 pitch, Schott pops this up, and that will land out of play off to the left side. That's pretty smart. They have an auto glass sponsor here for when the ball lands foul like that. Need one of those at St. Mary's for real. Pitch swung on and missed, and Schott goes down on strikes for the first out here in the top of the 8th inning. Werner went down on strikes to end the top of the 7th, and to start the top of the 8th, Schott goes down swinging. Here's Kern Ozawa Burns, 2 for 3 tonight. First pitch to Burns, taken for ball 1. 1-0 pitch, Burns takes, and that misses inside for ball 2. Gladys holds the glove up near his mouth, and the 2-0 delivery. Big swing and a miss from Ozawa Burns for the first strike of the at-bat. This pitch called a strike as well, this time looking, and the count 2-2 to the Crawdad right fielder. 2-2 pitch to Burns, and this is blooped into shallow center field, and it drops in between Wold and Allen for a little lazy single there. Take him any way you can get him, and Kern Ozawa Burns reaches base for the 3rd time tonight. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Mayshore. First pitch to Mayshore misses, ball 1. With 1 out. Game tied 5-5, and Kern Ozawa Burns at first. Pickoff move. Kern able to slide in safely, head first. And the 1-0 pitch from Gladys misses low with a fastball. Count 2-0 with 1 out. Even though the Crawdads have not scored in any inning except for the first inning, their approach tonight has been much better. Just a better mentality. This pitch swung on and missed for the first strike to Mayshore. Count now 2-1. Last night it just seemed like they were flailing up at the plate, chasing a lot of pitches high. It was actually the case against the Blues as well. Pitch fouled straight back, and the count even at 2-2. So 2-2 pitch on the way here, but they were hunting a lot of high fastballs. At least I felt that way, and I think the coaching staff did as well, from what I heard. 2-2 pitch is swung on, hit very high, and this is hit into right field, and Freeman has it for the second out. Allen was running for it as well from his center field spot, but Freeman called him off. And the Crawdads are playing with fire here, as there's only so many times you can strand runners on base and still win in a close ball game. Here's Pamilia. First pitch to Pamilia from Gladys, misses low. So first time Pamilia has seen Gladys. One-0 pitch. Offered at and missed by Pamilia. Count 1-1. Gladys sets and delivers. This pitch misses, and Pamilia up in front now, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs, and Kern Ozawa Burns at first base. In all likelihood, going to need a gapper here to score him. This ball fouled back, and that's actually close to me. And it hits off of the tin roofing, and it actually bounced off a few I-beams, and that was a triple dinger. Who was that? The kicker for the Bears a few years ago hit the goalpost twice. The double doink. You can't do that if you practice. Count 2-2 after the foul ball. And Pamilia needed a new bat after that. Maybe a few splinters taken out of the toothpick. And we'll get ready for the 2-2 pitch from Nikhil Galatas. Here it is. Runner goes. Swung on and missed. Fouled straight back. I think that hit Bajani in the mask. Whew. Boy. That was a fastball that was fouled. Got right into the catcher's grill, and then also got a piece of the umpire as well behind home plate. Count still 2-2. Gladys reaches down, toes the rubber, has the ball down by his hip, and settles on the sign from his catcher and fires. Check swing, but that breaks the plane of the plate, and that's not how you want to end the inning. So a strikeout there for Anthony Pamilia. That's his 3rd strikeout of tonight's contest, and the game stays tied. Crawdads strand another runner on base. This time it's Kern Ozawa Burns. And in a 5-5 ball game heading into the bottom of the 8th inning, just wonder how many more chances you're going to get against such a good OC Riptide squad on the other side. Bottom of the 8th coming up shortly. You are listening to Crawdads Baseball here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Bottom of the 8th, going to be led off by Spenrath. It'll be Spenrath and then Williams. First pitch to Spenrath, and therefore strike one from Ty Atkins, who's still on the bump for the Crawdads. And after Williams, it'll be the DH Robinson. 0-1 pitch from Ty is inside, but called a strike. Spenrath thought it was a ball, steps out of the box. Has to formulate what he wants to do, facing 0-2. Here's the pitch. And check swing. He did not go. And that is ball one, count 1-2 to Spenrath, who struck out in his last time at the plate in the 5th. 1-2 pitch was a drop third strike by Griffin, and Spenrath will hustle into first base safely. Just got away from the grip of Griffin. That's tough. You just, you gave an out away. That's no other way to put it. And here's Darian Williams with Spenrath on first. Atkins looks over to first base and delivers to Williams. Fastball, strike one. First time this evening that we've seen Ty Atkins out of the stretch. Pretty similar delivery. And this pitch misses for ball one. Like Atkins, a young guy. He's just a freshman this past season in 2021 at Hawaii. Had 9 appearances for the Rainbow Warriors. Pitch called strike. Count 1-2. Pitched a season-high 2 innings against UC Santa Barbara back on April 3rd. Nobody out. 1-2 pitch to Williams. Williams takes pitch in the dirt. Count even at 2-2. Ty will take a little time here. Take a few deep breaths. Takes a peek at first, and the 2-2 delivery. This one just fouled by Williams. Not quite sure how he made contact with that fastball. That was up near the letters, but just barely ticked the dark two-tone bat of Darian Williams. 2-2 pitch once again. Atkins winds and deals. And this pitch gets away from Griffin, but only momentarily as he's able to collect it. And Spenrath, the first baseman for Orange County, has to stay back at first base. Count 3-2 to Williams. Atkins has to dig deep here. Payoff pitch to Williams is swung on and missed. A good fastball just above the belt. Real challenge pitch from Ty. And Williams not up to the task, and he strikes out swinging. Here's the designated hitter, Cole Robinson. First pitch to Robinson misses for ball one. Robinson has an RBI, a walk, and a ground out. Second pitch fouled back out of play over the broadcast booth that the Riptide staff gets to sit in. Was able to walk up there earlier. Looks pretty nice from where I'm standing. I think they have air conditioning up there. It was about close to 100 degrees when I got here today. 1-1 pitch is good. good for strike two. Count 1-2 with one out. And Spenrath at first in a 5-5 ball game here at the Great Park in Irvine, California. Atkins hurls this into the dirt. Runner will stay. Really good quick reaction from the catcher, Griffin. And he's had quite the adventure back there today, hasn't he? Fighting everything. Multiple balls bouncing in front of the plate, slightly behind the plate, high, outside. I mean, he's done a great job. Tip your cap to him. 2-2 pitch to Robinson. Fastball cut on and missed, and Robinson goes down on strikes as well. So back-to-back strikeouts for Ty Atkins, first Williams, and now Robinson. And really, it's 3 strikeouts in a row because Spenrath reached first base on a drop third strike. That's not too fun. You strike out the side, but you only get 2 outs for it. Now here's the shortstop, Espalin. First pitch to Espalin, and that nearly hit him on the hands. Kind of acting like it did hit him, but it missed, obviously, because it's ball 1 and he's still in the batter's box. 1-0 pitch to Espalin is a fastball on the inner half for strike 1. Count even at 1-1 with 2 outs, and Spenrath has been hanging out on first base for the majority of this half inning. Bottom of the 8th, game tied 5-5. Atkins looks at first and delivers to the plate for strike 2. Count 1-2. And Atkins has done great since he's come out of the bullpen. So the kind of performances that get you some recognition and some love from your teammates. Pitch here on 1-2 is a called third strike. And Espalin goes down looking. So the backwards K to Espalin, his second strikeout of the night. And don't get to say this all too often, but Ty Atkins gets 3 outs on 4 strikeouts. So really good job. Not too many times do you get to strike 4 guys out in the same inning. Oh, game still tied, 5-5. And the top of the 9th is coming right your way. You are listening to Crawdads Baseball on the Walnut Creek Crawdad streaming network. Looks like a change has been made behind the plate. Sam Hunt is going to pitch hit for Griffin to start the top of the 9th. First pitch to Hunt misses for ball 1 from Nikel Galatas, who will stay out, at least for now. 1-0 pitch to Hunt. Misses low. Good eye by Hunt. Count 2-0. So Zach was able to put some good swings on tape tonight. at least for the stadium camera. 2-0 pitch, misses low, count 3-0 to Sam Hunt. To Hunt is a call to strike, and Hunt was taking the entire time there, and the count 3-1. Well, Hunt plays in the outfield, so most likely this will just be one-hitter quitter for him. Swing and a miss from Hunt. Count is full, 3-2. So the most likely option for manager Brant Cummings. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Hunt goes down on strikes, swinging, pinch hitting for Griffin. So the most likely option for manager Cummings will probably be Mark Allart. I'm sure he'll take over the catching duties for Zach Griffin. Griffin got quite the workout tonight, was 1 for 3. And here's Thompson. First pitch to Thompson. It's a fastball that misses inside for ball 1. Top of the 9th inning. Weather still relatively pleasant. 1-0 pitch. Cut on and missed. Count even at 1-1 with 1 out. And there is a pitcher warming up in the Crawdad bullpen. 1-1 pitch, misses low for ball 2. It looks like a righty is warming up for Walnut Creek. Time is called. Pitch is hit very high, but it looks like Galatas will field it himself, and he drops it behind the mound. You know what? That happens to pitchers. That does. I mean, that's why you got to do your PFP every day, your pitcher fielding practice. And I don't know if he lost that in the lights, but he just misplayed it, tried to make a one-handed basket kind of catch on it. And that drops. That's an E1. So with 1 away, Thompson reaches first base on a dropped out by the pitcher Galatas. That means Seth Dardar will come up with a runner on base. First pitch to Seth. Misses for ball 1. Seth steps out, adjusts, and now steps back in, waving the bat back and forth. Pickoff move. And the ball was dropped by first baseman Spenrath. Thompson still safe at first. Count 1-0 with 1 out. Pitch to Dardar misses. Count 2-0. Wouldn't this be quite a story to score 5 runs in the top of the first, not score in all the rest of the innings until you get to the top of the 9th? 5-5. Pitch to Dardar misses high, and the count 3-0. Galatas looking to avoid walking Dardar after committing a cardinal sin on the fielding error, and he does walk Dardar. 4-pitch walk, and the Crawdads have 2 runners on. Thompson advances to second, Dardar at first. And Diego Muniz, the designated hitter, will get to bat with a runner in scoring position with only 1 out here in the top of the 9th in a 5-5 ball game in Irvine, California. Galatas looks back at second, And the pitch. Galatas misses low and outside for ball one. 5 straight balls thrown by Galatas since the drop behind the mound. And the 1-0 to Muniz. Muniz takes. That one's a strike. So Galatas able to come back after throwing 5 straight pitches out of the zone with a fastball in the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 runners on for the Crawdads. Runners get their leads. And the 1-1 pitch is high, right around the shirt collar, about that height on Diego Muniz. And he's ahead 2-1. This is a high leverage moment here for the reliever, Nikel Galatas. 2-1 pitch to Muniz is a fastball that misses, and it's ball 3. So 7 out of the last 8 pitches from Galatas have missed the zone. 3-1 pitch to Muniz. Make it 8 out of the last 9. Muniz draws the walk on the 3-1 pitch. And the bases are loaded for the third baseman, Trevor Werner. And it looks like that may be it for Nikel Galatas. As there is a meeting on the mound, there is a pitcher warming up in the Riptide pen. And we'll be right back in just a few short moments. Tie ball game, 5-5. You are listening to Walnut Creek Crawdad Baseball on the Crawdad Streaming Network. So Galatas will stay in the game. Still top of the ninth, 1 away. Trevor Werner in the batter's box. Righty versus righty. First pitch to Werner misses for ball 1. 9 out of the last 10 pitches from Galatas have been balls. Hayden Schott on deck. 1-0 pitch to Werner. Misses inside. Count 2-0. And these Crawdads are getting fired up in the dugout. I can hear them barking and acting like a bunch of crazed animals down there. They are excited, rooting their guy on. 2-0 pitch. This is a fastball for a strike. Not offered at by Werner. Count 2-1. Werner struck out in his last 2 trips to the plate. 2-1 pitch. Werner, big swing and a miss. Count even at 2-2. With 1 out. Galatas takes a big, deep breath. The bases are loaded. And 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Werner strikes out. That's 3 straight strikeouts now for Werner. Once looking and twice swinging. And he hangs his head in disappointment as he had a really good opportunity there, being the hitter that he is. Throws the bat in the dugout, clearly frustrated. And now there are 2 outs, and Hayden Schott has a chance to be the hero. First pitch to Schott, swung on a high fastball and missed for strike 1. Muniz over at first gets his lead. Dar has his lead, and Thompson at third. 0-1 pitch to Schott is fouled back into the netting. Count 0-2 with 2 away. Schott's going to have to find a way here. Find a way to put this ball in play and give Walnut Creek a chance to break the tie in the top of the 9th. Galatas looking to navigate himself out of trouble. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed on a high fastball, and shot goes down, swinging. Galatas had the bases loaded on him and was able to get out of the jam of all jams in the top of the ninth. Score still 5-5 here in Irvine, California at the Great Park. You are listening to Walnut Creek Crawdad Baseball on the Crawdads streaming network. Welcome back to Crawdad Baseball. As there is a new pitcher for Walnut Creek. Ty Atkins is out. Gabe Tanner, the right-hander from Danville, California, is in. He will do battle against Cody Dries. First pitch to Dries is fouled very high and up behind the press box, and a couple of grown men are actually running after the foul ball. Grown men, they look like they were in college. But, I mean, they don't make college guys, you know, with the physiques like they used to when I was in college. These guys are giants now. 0-1 pitch to Dries, and that drills Dries in the hip. So Gabe Tanner hits the first man he faces out of the bullpen here in the bottom of the ninth in a tied ball game, 5 runs apiece for the Riptide and the Walnut Creek Crawdads. That'll bring on Colton Freeman. Gabe Tanner's last appearance was back on June 6th against the West Coast Kings. Pickoff move, but Dries slides in safely. Tanner 6'5", 206. It's over at Chabot. Pitch here, bunt is on, and that will be a ball on the first pitch to the 9-hitter, Colton Freeman. Freeman 1 for 3 today. Hit into an inning-ending double play. Another pickoff move, nothing doing. Back in the bottom of the 6th inning, that was 5-4-3. Count 1-0 to Freeman. Here it is. Freeman swings and fouls this straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. And the third baseman, Dries, on first base for the Riptide, who are up to bat. Tanner fires. Good fastball over the plate for a strike. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Colton Freeman. So remember how I said feast or famine with these Crawdads bats. They've gotten a lot of hits tonight. This pitch lined into right center field. Dries will round second into third, and Dries will stop at third. And I really thought that may have been the ball game, but Dries seemed to have lost his balance a little bit, just didn't get the start he wanted off the bag at first, and then when he rounded second, it was a little awkward, so he had to stop at third base after the double by Colton Freeman. Here comes the center fielder, the Georgia Bulldog, Dwight Allen. 2 runners in scoring position. And Allen gets the intentional walk. That'll set up the force at all bases. But with nobody out and the bases loaded now, you have to face Jack Thomas Wold, who's a very dangerous hitter in his own right. There's an RBI tonight and a single. Tanner delivers to Wold. Wold hits this ball high, but out of play down the left field line. That will land past the Riptide bullpen. Boy, Gabe Tanner's going to have to pull the rabbit out of the hat here in the bottom of the 9th with the bases loaded in a 5-5 ball game. 0-1 pitch is swung on, fouled off into the same area, maybe a little shallower. And 2 strikes now on Jack Thomas Wold. A strikeout or nothing here for Gabe Tanner. 0-2 pitch to Wold, misses high and outside. Good job by Gallart, the new catcher, to make it out there. Be a real shame to have a run score on a wild pitch. 1-2 pitch here. And swing and a miss. Wold goes down on strikes. Clutch pitch there from Gabe Tanner. And now have some different outs here if you're the Crawdads. Remember, there has been an inning-ending double play for the Riptide. And after the strikeout of Wold, it is the catcher, Eric Bajani. First pitch to Bajani, misses way high, and Gallart able to pick that ball. Bajani has 1 hit tonight. 1 for 4 with a strikeout. 1-0 pitch. Bajani swings, puts a charge into this. This is going back into center, and that ball is gone, and that is the ball game. So a walk-off grand slam for Eric Bajani, and the Riptide are going ballistic on the field. What a heartbreaking way to end the game. Well, and I feel like a real idiot. From my vantage point, there's a poll there. I guess they're going to say that ball did not make it out of the stadium. The scoreboard says 6-5. I swear it left. But at any rate, the Riptide do take the victory. And an absolute heartbreaker for the Crawdads as they were ahead early with 5 runs. And then just could not add on to the score. And they end up losing 6-5 on a walk-off deep single from Bajani. And that is the ball game. Crawdads with 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors, 6 runs on 7 hits, and 1 error for the victors, the Riptide. I really do apologize for blowing that call at the end. That ball had some serious carry to it. And I honestly, in all honesty, I did not see it land. I mean, that was way deep. But both the outfielders seemed to give up on it immediately as if it was gone. It was a very hard hit ball to deep center field, left center. And that is how this one ends on a 1-0 pitch with 1 away. Bajani able to get hold of a fastball he liked from Gabe Tanner. And this game ends in heartbreak for the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Once again, final score, 6-5. Orange County Riptide over the Crawdads. Crawdads fall to an overall record of 6-5 and have now dropped 3 straight. Be back in action tomorrow against Conejo Oaks at 6 p.m. Try to bring you a video broadcast of that. Hopefully we'll have a setup in the broadcast booth rather than the first base line where the visibility is not optimal. That's why we weren't able to bring you any video tonight, and that's why the game was called a little bit differently. Wasn't able to see the pitches in and out, but at any rate, it was a great game to be a part of. So glad you were able to join us, and we will see you tomorrow. For the final time, the Crawdads fall 6-5 here in Irvine to the OC Riptide. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network.